Ultimate team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Hassan Reddick, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. A first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield. No chance to gain any yardage.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Throwing is Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jack Youngblood drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Cousins on 1st down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. That defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic will get you scored on again.
They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And the Bucs are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Alvin Kamara, 69 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give...
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the right side here with Bo. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The Raiders on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They run on 1st down with Jackson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. 60 yards. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. And he missed it. No good. This is going to remain. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bucs offense set, and coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. A run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 94 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Now a Bay Area native from up in Berkeley. This is Marshawn Lynch. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They
Remind Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Trying to lay one up deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber.
Happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now a give. This is Bo running left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. In 10. They'll try the left side. It's Jackson. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The game. Play action. It's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. That is caught by Moss for a Raider touchdown. Randy Moss, 43 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He's going to let it go again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Randy Moss. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Buccaneers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And now Coach Bruce Arians. Cousins will try and throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So they go with the PAT moving back in 15-16. Next things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete here to Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. So quick. To throw is Jackson. He'll look downfield for Waller. And this one is incomplete.
Certainly no. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call.
Second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Jackson to throw. That's going to be caught by Moss. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles. A field goal the difference. A tight one through 2 quarters, and we are back and underway for the 3rd quarter. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half. A game with that, those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set. A give to Lynch from the shotgun. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. And that'll set him back 5. So a little bit of a delay of game. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. On second down, Lynch. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
It's 1st and 10. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He'll dump it off complete to Lynch. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. First down, the run with Lynch. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Marshawn Lynch, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. This is something that we've seen from Lamar Jackson since back in his Louisville days. He can be so dangerous with the RPO.
Yeah, and whoever designed the RPOs, it's almost like they had a guy like Lamar Jackson in mind because of his ability to do everything. He can tuck it and throw it. He can tuck it and run it. He can hand.
There he goes, right side. 20. Escapes the defender. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 12-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
12, it's first. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. They'll try the left side. It's Jackson. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. On third down, this is Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Wow, and E now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll try and run for it with Bo. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try to run this one in. He takes it across for a touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the...
That score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity.
No bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security.
And when he has tried me, I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up.
And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this